Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. Daniel Moore, a senior health expert who has spent decades walking alongside men and women over 60 on their journey to preserve health, manage diabetes, improve blood pressure, and enhance quality of life one day at a time. Today, I'd like to begin with a simple question. What do you eat for breakfast? Most of the answers I hear from my patients sound something like this. Doc, I just had something light this morning. A slice of bread, a little butter, and a glass of milk. Sounds simple and healthy, doesn't it? But here's the truth that I can no longer stay silent about. Some types of bread, though they seem light and harmless, are quietly damaging our health, especially after the age of 60. Why is that? After 60, our bodies go through natural changes. Slower metabolism, causing belly fat to build up even when we eat less. Reduced insulin sensitivity, leading to higher blood sugar levels even without eating sweets. Muscle loss, making it harder to stay strong and balanced. Memory, mood, and sleep suffer, especially when we start our day with the wrong foods. In my years of practice, I've seen it time and again. Just one wrong piece of bread each morning can silently lead us closer to type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol imbalance, chronic inflammation, memory loss, and even early cognitive decline. Did you know a study from Harvard University found that older adults who frequently ate refined bread had a 38% higher risk of heart disease than those who chose whole grain options? But what concerns me even more is this. We are eating bread unconsciously. No label checking. No awareness of what's helpful or harmful. Many people don't realize that white bread, sweet bread, gluten-free bread, or even so-called diet breads may contain hidden sugars, refined oils, chemical softeners, and trans fats, the silent killers for aging bodies. Let me share a true story. I once treated a patient, Mr. James, 65 years old, living in Austin, Texas. He didn't eat sugar, no sodas, no alcohol. Yet his blood sugar was high, cholesterol elevated, sleep poor, and memory fading. After reviewing his food journal, we discovered something important. Every morning, he ate a slice of white bread, spread a little margarine, and drank a glass of sweetened milk. All choices that seemed light and innocent, but they were silently spiking his blood sugar and throwing his system off balance day after day. That's why in today's video, I invite you to join me in exploring this important topic. 6 types of bread people over 60 should avoid to stay healthy, live longer, and stay sharp. We'll dive into why these specific breads are harmful for older adults, dangerous ingredients nobody talks about, how to identify and choose smarter alternatives that are both delicious and supportive of your health. And by the end of the video, I'll guide you through how to choose the right kind of bread, one that helps stabilize blood sugar, support your heart, aid digestion, and improve sleep. Because you deserve to feel your best every morning, every year, no matter your age. If you're over 60 or caring for parents or grandparents at this age, this is a video you shouldn't miss. And I want you to remember this. We can't turn back time, but we can age smartly, proactively, and healthily, starting with the smallest choices, like the bread we eat every morning. Now, let's begin the journey to discover 6 types of bread to avoid after 60 to protect your health. Sweet breads, rolls, sugary buns, the sweet culprits silently robbing your health. These often contain high levels of sugar, combined with refined starch and cheap industrial oils. All of this creates a blood sugar bomb that spikes your glucose quickly, then causes a crash, leaving you tired, hungry, and craving more. They're also key culprits in stubborn belly fat, a sign of insulin resistance, the gateway to type 2 diabetes. Worse still, refined sugar accelerates skin aging, triggers chronic inflammation, increasing the risk of anxiety, depression, and makes your nervous system hypersensitive. One major study showed people who frequently eat sweet pastries have a 44% higher risk of metabolic syndrome, including high blood pressure, cholesterol problems, and diabetes. This trio is devastating for older adults, raising stroke risk, chronic fatigue, and shortening lifespan. But trust me, you don't have to give up sweetness. It's not about total restriction. It's about making smarter choices. Try homemade oat-based muffins with ripe bananas, nuts, a touch of cinnamon or real vanilla, and you'll be surprised how tasty and healthy sweetness can be. Remember, not all sweetness is good. Growing older doesn't mean living joylessly. You can live sweetly, healthily, and happily, the smart way. And you deserve it. Potato bread sounds healthy, but is actually a blood sugar trap for older adults. It's often advertised as soft, tasty, and better than white bread. But behind that soft texture lies a starchy structure, low in fiber, and lacking protective nutrients. Once a slice enters your body, it turns to glucose rapidly, causing a sugar spike, fatigue, sleepiness, and belly fat if you're not active. For people over 60 who already process sugar less efficiently, this hits the pancreas and metabolism hard. It often hides sugars like corn syrup, fructose syrup, or dextrose, invisible unless you read the ingredients carefully. These stealth sugars inflame blood vessels, promote insulin resistance, increasing your risk of diabetes, joint pain, and memory loss worse. Potato bread lacks magnesium and potassium, two crucial minerals for stabilizing blood pressure, supporting nerves, and reducing stroke risk. So, ask yourself, is a food that doesn't satisfy you, doesn't nourish you, and harms your metabolism and nerves worth a place on your breakfast plate? So what's the solution? If you love that soft, sweet flavor, try homemade bread using purple sweet potato, whole oats, and ground flax seeds for fiber and stable blood sugar, or replace bread with steamed sweet potato, plus boiled egg, plus leafy greens, a simple but powerful breakfast that fuels your whole morning. After 60, you don't need to eat less. You need to eat right. Don't let familiar habits silently trade away your longevity. And remember, aging isn't the end. It's the beginning of your most vibrant chapter. If you choose what's good for you, every bite is an investment in your future. Choose wisely, because you deserve to stay strong and peaceful to the very end. 3. Regular. White bread. It sounds familiar and harmless. It's a staple in most American households, from breakfast with scrambled eggs to an afternoon snack with a slice of cheese. But after 60, this everyday comfort food becomes a silent enemy to your health. Why? White bread is made from refined flour, meaning the bran and germ have been stripped away. And that's where the fiber, B vitamins, magnesium, iron, and antioxidants are found. What's left? A fast-digesting starch that quickly turns into sugar in your bloodstream. Every time you eat white bread, your blood sugar spikes. Your pancreas rushes to release insulin to handle it. Repeat this pattern daily, and you gradually develop insulin resistance, the underlying cause of type 2 diabetes, belly fat, fatty liver, and cardiovascular problems. even worse. These sugar swings leave you feeling tired, irritable, foggy, and restless at night, symptoms we often blame on aging. But in truth, they often start with poor food choices. The numbers speak. Studies show people who consume high amounts of refined foods, like white bread, have a 37% higher risk of metabolic syndrome and double the risk of stroke due to reduced blood flow to the brain. Smarter alternatives? Whole grain bread packed with fiber helps slow digestion and stabilize blood sugar. Oat bread boosts HDL, good cholesterol, and supports heart health. Multigrain bread, loaded with B vitamins, magnesium, and healthy fats. For your brain, or ditch the bread altogether and return to nutrient-rich traditional options, like steamed sweet potatoes, warm oatmeal, unsweetened mung bean cakes, boiled eggs with veggies. After 60, your greatest wealth isn't money. It's waking up with enough strength to get out of bed. Fix your own breakfast and smile at yourself in the mirror. Don't let one innocent slice of white bread rob you of that joy. You don't have to live deprived. Just live wiser. And it all begins with tomorrow's breakfast. 4. Gluten-free breads made from refined starches, ladies and gentlemen. In recent years, the gluten-free diet has become a booming trend. Many older adults turn to gluten-free breads, believing they're a safer choice, especially if they have digestive issues or gluten sensitivity. But here's the truth. Not all gluten-free breads are created equal, especially those made from refined starches like potato starch, white rice flour, tapioca starch, or cornstarch. They raise blood sugar. Even faster than white bread, surprised? Most people are. That's because these flours are highly refined, stripped of fiber and nutrients. When you eat them, your body absorbs the starch almost instantly, leading to a sharp glucose spike. For older adults, especially those with prediabetes or diabetes, this is a serious health risk. Low in fiber, low in nutrients, compared to whole grain or rye breads. Gluten-free breads made from starches are almost nutritional blank slates. They lack fiber, B vitamins, iron, magnesium, and zinc, the essential nutrients for brain health, nerves, and your heart. The result? Regular consumption often leads to constipation, bloating, poor digestion, and long-term nutrient deficiencies. That means chronic fatigue, dull skin, hair loss, and a weakened immune system. They trigger hidden inflammation and impact the nervous system, and it's not just about digestion or blood sugar. Emerging research links these foods to low-grade, chronic inflammation, a silent root cause of serious conditions like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, arthritis, and even depression in older adults. They raise LDL cholesterol, worsen joint pain, and disturb sleep. Few people realize this. To make gluten-free bread softer and tastier, manufacturers often add cheap oils or sugars. Over time, these can increase LDL, bad cholesterol, raising the risk of artery blockage, heart attacks, and strokes. Many who eat these breads regularly report aching joints, anxiety, and unexplained insomnia. 5. Prepackaged sandwich bread, a sweet trap for those over 60. Convenient, but full of hidden health risks. Prepackaged sandwich bread often looks soft, smells pleasant, and seems perfect for a quick breakfast or snack. But to keep it fresh for many days without molding or drying out, manufacturers usually add preservatives like calcium propionate, sorbic acid, and artificial flavorings and colors. These hidden chemicals can quietly harm your body over time. Hurts the liver, kidneys, and hormones. Artificial additives, when consumed regularly, can overload the liver during detoxification and stress the kidney's filtering function. Some chemicals in these breads may even disrupt hormonal balance, especially testosterone, which naturally declines in aging men. This can make hormonal imbalance even worse. Speeds up aging with free radicals. One serious effect is the increase of free radicals in the body. Unstable molecules that accelerate aging, lead to memory problems, chronic fatigue, and even increase cancer risk. This explains why many seniors who often eat packaged bread feel drained, have poor skin, and suffer from poor sleep despite seemingly eating enough. Addictive and hard to stop eating. Finally, the mild sweetness, buttery aroma, and soft texture of packaged bread are often engineered to please the brain, making it hard to resist and easy to overeat. This leads to belly fat gain, unstable blood sugar levels, and higher risk of diabetes and hypertension, especially dangerous for older adults. Choose smarter alternatives if you need bread. Go for homemade or bakery options without preservatives or additives. Always check the ingredient label. After 60, your body deserves real, clean, honest food, not convenient traps in the form of sweet, soft bread. 6. Bread made from ultra-white flour, spotlessly white, but empty inside. Ultra-white flour is the result of a highly refined process that strips away nearly all the bran and wheat germ, where B vitamins, fiber, and essential minerals are found. What remains is a beautifully white starch, poor in nutrition and hard to digest. A loaf of bread may look soft and pristine, but inside, it's no different from a one-way ticket to chronic fatigue syndrome and age-related constipation. Eating, but not nourishing. B vitamin deficiency after age 60. The body needs B vitamins, especially B1, B6, and B12, to support nerve function, energy metabolism, and mental clarity. However, ultra-white bread contains almost no B vitamins. As a result, older adults may feel sleepy, low in energy, mentally foggy, or sluggish throughout the day, even after a full night's sleep. Frequent consumption can even increase memory decline and the risk of dementia. Lack of fiber. A gut calling for help. This type of bread is also severely lacking in fiber, an essential component that regulates bowel movements, prevents constipation, and nurtures the gut microbiome. When fiber is absent, seniors often experience bloating, indigestion, chronic constipation, and poor nutrient absorption, leading to a vicious cycle of eating more but feeling weaker. Slower metabolism, hidden weight gain. Without enough micronutrients and fiber, metabolism slows down, causing belly fat, visceral fat buildup, and unstable blood sugar levels. Some people gain weight even when they don't eat much, mainly due to a diet that's poor in nutrients but rich in empty calories. Like ultra-white bread, 60 is not the end of health, but the beginning of a conscious, mindful, and body-loving journey. The bread you choose each morning can either quietly nourish your vitality or silently accelerate aging. The choice is always yours. If today you've learned something new, especially about the kinds of bread to avoid, turn that knowledge into action. Choose healthy eating, wise living, and loving yourself through the smallest choices. Deserve a strong body, a sharp mind, and a fulfilling older age. And the good news is, it all starts with your first bite of bread each day. If this video opened your eyes, Hit like to support our channel. If you know someone, a parent, a loved one, a friend who needs to hear this, don't hesitate to share. A small action could save someone's health. And don't forget to subscribe every week. We'll explore more health secrets for those aged 50 plus, 60 plus that hospitals rarely teach. Health is the greatest wealth. Learn how to invest wisely. One meal, one choice, one day at a time. Wishing you strength, clarity, and the power to inspire those around you. See you in the next video.